Friends of Free Enterprise, let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Hey everyone, happy Monday night. We are back with our community races. Tonight I am joined in the booth by John Burkhead on comms, Scala who's doing restream, and coming back from an hiatus is Maggie the cat. John Burkhead, how are you doing this fine Monday?
I am doing amazing. I'm doing comms with the legendary J-Mac the Librarian.
Oh, stop.
Dewey Decimal Goddess and Master of Boots. How could I not be in my best mood? And it's a community race. Our community races are back, and we have a lovely, lovely flag set. You tried to explain off-stream what a prefix is to me and what Omni meant. I count to four for I don't understand. And I appreciated that you tried to equate it to instruments. What is Omnidexterous? What does that mean?
Omnidextrous. The short version is you can put adamant armors on your head.
Ooh, fancy.
The more complicated is, you can literally equip any piece of equipment on anybody, regardless of what they would normally wear. So my most favorite thing to see is, of course, Rydio equipped with double crystal sword and 3 adamant armors. So anything goes in this flag set, and we have 7 objectives tonight, doing 6 or 6 doing 5. Can I count? 1, 2, 7. Yep. So this is a pick 6 and go out of 7. But everybody can wear whatever they want. So Tella in a heroine robe, anybody?
I mean, that's something I didn't know I needed, and now I know I definitely need. And that's the kind of thing that I can definitely say out loud to people that aren't Free Enterprise, and they won't look at me in the slightest bit oddly. Ooh, are we starting?
Ooh, we might be.
Oh, okay. Well, we're off. So we have technically a character with Edward. It's only distinct 5. We'll only see 2. That's a Vanilla Cane and a Sparkle.
And a spoon! Let's go!
Now listen, out of principle, I will be very disappointed if any of these runners actually give that spoon to Edward. I think as appropriate punishment for Edward literally being himself, Kane should just wield it and make Edward watch. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, normally with an Edward start, you really are excited to see that spoon first thing, but like with Omnidextrous on, anything goes. We are hearing the Chocobo music, potentially. I don't know, I can't hear. That says this is a wacky flag. So in theory, I have a feeling we might see that spoon go on Kane. Why? Because we give him MP, may as well also give him the spoon.
Correct. So, also worth noting, it is T Wild Sparse 80. So we do have a max tier, so it's a max tier 7, which means that the T Wild means you can find just about anything anywhere. And as our runners have decided to go ahead and diverge all over the place, I'm not quite sure who has what. I believe I saw a Palom and a singular blue robe, so that's going to be Water Hag at the Baron Inn spot. But basically, there's no waiting. It's not like going to Evelyn and you're going to find something better or something worse. Going to Watery Past or Mist versus Antline. It's find things. Maybe it'll be glorious. Maybe it'll be absolute hot garbage, but go find things and go equip things. So our runners are trying to go ahead and find anything they can go ahead and throw on. One of my favorite things as I'm looking at the possums, you can equip that ninja star and just throw it. And then I don't know what you do. Do you, Power Strip Patathis. Do you run up, grab it out of your enemy, run back and throw it again? How does that work?
Well, if that's the case, we don't really ever see that animation. That is a Palom hiding in Baron Inn. I mean, not really hiding. So we do get a Black Mage in this seed behind that Water Hag. That's going to just it's going to hurt, actually, right now. So we see Possum taking a leave, come back later.
Hopefully Possum saved with all of the whatever gear he got, because I should possibly focus. This is just a bit much. So, Ninja Blade Power Shirt for back-to-back over there for Charlie. That's some excellent gear. Again, you're going to find anything anywhere. I think you might find our runners going to just generally dense chess populations. Possum going to Baron is kind of a throwback to before we had our tier waiting. Dempsey and Basement, you have a lot of chests. Free Treasury, I'd see people going down there. That wouldn't be surprising at all. So you're just going to see all the things here.
Yeah, especially because with T-Wild versus T-Wild-ish, it's all about where you can get the most bang for your buck. But that is a Pale Dim.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
I might do the thing if Pale Dim does the thing.
Okay, well.
I think Pale Dim's a little too hitting too hard right now. We'll see.
Is Pale Dim ironically too fast right now? Is that the problem?
It might be.
Oh man, just when I thought the whack was part of the flag.
Come on, Joe.
Yeah, come on, Joe. Can't you take on the Baron and bosses within 2 minutes like the rest of us obviously cannot? My goodness.
Ooh, Dathis grabbing a ninja hat. We're going to be speedy with our spoon and our power shirt.
Yep. These flags are so incredible. It's fun. It's so incredibly fun. There's just a tremendous amount of variance here. So one thing worth noting, there's Charlie looking at a sparkle, but probably will not take this fight unless he wants the XP, or he wants Eddie to die, which is a decision I always support. There are no dupes on, and it's distinct 5. So we are only going to be finding an additional 3 characters at some point along the way. If you've been watching a lot of Blue Moon and Red Moon and gotten used to the no earned categories, we are back to quote-unquote normal. No more piggies, no more piggy meta, no more free character checks. We're going to have to earn any additional characters that we find.
Earn 'em. That sounds like work.
Yeah. Ooh, look at Dathis. Dathis is doing some, I believe that's a spoon and then a drain spear. Or a drain spear, absolutely. So that brings me to probably one of my favorite strats in Omnidexterous is when we have a Drain Venger. We are in we're in S Pro, which means that our shops can only go up to tier 4. It's tier 1 through 3 for ungated shops, tier 4 for gated shops. As somebody found a package, I don't know, the poor tracker Maggie, I'm so sorry. And the only way that you can buy Bacchus wine, is if the forged shop happens to have it. So an Avenger is a really big get, so that might be something that our runners are looking to find tonight.
Oh yeah, especially because anyone can wear it.
Oh snap!
Yes. So the rule for Omnidextrous is if you get something silly, you've got to put it on your head. So hopefully our runners on Restream, Dathis, Judge Joe, Possum Morpheus, and Reckless Charlie will show the shenanigans that can happen with Omnidextrous. But it looks like all of our runners have done Antlion and or going straight into Antlion right now. We see Dathis going ahead, checking this package character to see if it's going to be one of our distinct 5.
And as Dathis goes into Miscave, a reminder that no free item is on. So we are on a bit of a demist hunt, potentially. To answer a question in chat, Omnidextrous means all characters can dual wield and use any weapon. Yup. Anything goes, and... Ooh, look at who's behind the package.
Oh. Well, you know, I just have a feeling that our runners, if they check it early, will sit through this package because Edge, chef's kiss.
Correct. And maybe we'll talk about exactly what you mean off stream. But regardless, Edge is a... Edge. I got a snort. I swear, I was thinking all day. Like, instead of teaching my kids, I was like, man, all right, Burkhead, raise your game. You got to get at least one snort. We're 7 minutes in. I feel really good right now. But about these runners. So Edge is obviously a very strong character, naturally. On T-Wild, trap chests are guaranteed to have a level 5 through 8. So if you're really looking for an Adamant, a Crystal Sword, and Excal, maybe you might get one from there. But with the lack of Bacchus wine being available, I wonder if we'll see Dathis and anyone else that uses Edge go into either Castle or Eblin, or if this ends up being a hook route, taking the Mad Over chest to steal a few Bacchus, because they are very difficult to come by.
Yeah, I have a feeling, that Edge is going to provide some utility for our runners because he can steal all the things that we're not going to be able to find in shops. like Bacchus Wine and potentially Sirens, depending on how this grind plays out, especially if we don't have any white mages.
Ooh, that's a good point too. With Distinct 5, you never know what's going to happen, and buying curatives can certainly be a bit of an issue. Plus, the kit that they started with was only a basic kit. They didn't even start with the Freedom kit, so I believe that Wyvern is doing Wyvern things, and Star Bales might be hard to find. A lot of things can happen here.
But we do see a Bahamut coming in at the package. We see Possum Morpheus looting the back end of Fabul. Don't see that very often, but you know, when wild, do wild things.
I mean, we talked about density, and there's quite a few there. When we get the Baron Key, if we're still looking for items at that point, it wouldn't shock me to see some looting both within the Baron waterway and also down near the Baron basement. There's a good amount of density there. Anyone that's ever done dark matter hunts, which I think we recently had a pink puff league. Nice. I don't know. I have like flashbacks to college and me dressed up as a cheerleader. That's a different stream, but it happens. We'll add it to our off-stream conversation. But the point is, anyone that has ever done those kinds of dark matter hunts has gone to find chests all over the map that you don't typically see.
Meanwhile, apparently, while I was giggling too hard, Possum Morpheus has found the Magna Key and is headed underground. Edge is in the bed at the Sand Ruby, and no one can get past the Pale Dim yet. So here we are, 10 minutes in.
Wait. That means that Pale Dim is really slowing down the progression. Am I right?
Oh.
So, if you're going underground and you're still looking for chests, what are your underground locations? Going to Dwarf Castle? Are you?
I'm
Fey
really
March?
just like looting down the Fey March. Just because you get a lot of chests. You also get those boss peaks early, that free key item. There's only one trap chest you have to worry about, and it's a really easy, quick reset. However, I can see the appeal of doing Dwarf because there are so many chests in those towers, but also it's really hard to navigate those towers, so we'll see what happens.
Looks like, Pale Dim went down. Hey, Judge Joe.
Without a thing.
Without a thing.
Okay, y'all.
Well, we got more chances. Ooh!
You have...
Well, that's a thing.
Well, that is definitely a thing.
That's a thing. That's a thing that exists.
That is a character check. That is a tier or a gated shop check for some of those Star Veils, Silk Webs, Vampires.
Well, the Star Veils are tier 5, but or no, they're not. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You're right. I'm wrong. Wrong. So wrong. So Joe can go to the moon. Possum can get underground now.
Yay!
And the absolute absurdity of trying to accurately call what on earth is that? I feel bad for Maggie. I feel really, really, really bad for, and also at the same time, I feel really glad for myself because I don't have to try to go ahead and track all this. Hey, look, there's Bigan down at Dwarf 1. Look, there's Eddie doing 68 damage on Omnidexterous. Disappointing, literally always.
No, what are you talking about? There are some Edward fans out there. We cannot exclude them from the conversation in the community, John.
No, they're welcome into the conversation about how I'm right. That we can have the conversation. I'm big on communication. Look at us communicating right now, back and forth. Look at this. Look, we have some pauses. I heard what you said. I responded directly. We can talk about all you want. It's just,
Okay. Well, Edge is joining Reckless Charlie's party. Possum is gonna give us a job dwarf check.
Maybe. Nope.
No, literally, really.
Ooh.
Boo, indeed.
I can guarantee what's going to happen. That dude's going to wake up at like 5 o'clock. Ooh, cursory for sale. That dude's going to wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and wash his back, and he's going to smile 30 seconds before he goes there because I guarantee it. I bet 17 imaginary dollars, because that's all the money that I have, that he absolutely did that on purpose.
Of course he did.
My goodness.
Troller's gonna be trolling.
Yeah. So between the dwarf axe that's been found and that curse ring that's for sale, again, everyone can equip everyone. So when you're trying to figure out who your anchor is going to be, in reality, it can actually be anybody. You can stack curse rings, you can stack drain spears, drain swords, dwarf axes. There's lots of ways to go ahead and figure out what your anchoring is going to go ahead and be. So while we have seen some of our runners go ahead and try to kill Edward to leave them down, the reality is that you're probably going to go ahead and find gear to go ahead and make them slow anyway.
Well, that was an edge sword. Normally, you'd be really happy about that, but you know, it's Omni, so Edge can wear even stronger weapons than a Murasame. So no key item up on Ordeals, but that Elements goes down very quickly for Dathis, and Judge Joe will also take him down very quickly. So Ordeals kind of a bust at this point because right now we don't even really have a character that unlocks from going up Ordeals. So any runner, by any runner I mean Possum, because at this point he's the only runner that is not up Ordeals at this point. If he decides to fade it, it probably will work out in his favor.
I think we got into the habit with and there's an Avenger just sitting there in the Fey March. That is actually huge. That is and a power shirt down below. Fey March is where it's at. That is a tremendous advantage for Possum. The Avenger is probably, if you had to pick one singular item that you would want to go ahead and pick up, that's the one that you're going to go ahead and find. So that's going to do some serious work.
And to answer a question in chat, yes, Final Fantasy IV does have an underflow glitch. It does the MP underflow, but as we do, we create flags that we can turn on and off. And so we have glitches turned on and off depending on the seed. In this seed, we do not have MP underflow on. All we have are Life Glitch, Sylph Glitch, and Back Row Glitch, which is the newest glitch that you can change in the flag set after the last update.
Very well put. So Possum has a that means is we're gonna be picking that up as well for any kind of mage issues. So here we are, 15 minutes in. One of our objectives is the Leviathan Spot, which is 35,000 HP and incredibly punchy and very difficult. However, we have a backroad cane with a Spoon Venger going, who is anchored against Eddie, with 2 power shirts and also crystal armor, which has a tremendous amount of defense. Normally, with these levels and these characters, you would never even dream of taking on this fight.
Nope. Oh wait. Thank you, Dathis. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
oh wait, I can do it again.
Glorious.
Now,
Absolutely glorious.
I can't do it backwards like you have reversed it on your stream. It doesn't sound the same.
Okay. Hey, we can actually talk about like game things though. Let's talk about this because those we haven't found a black mage, right? Okay,
No.
We haven't found
Well, we do. We have a Palom sitting in Baron Inn.
Oh, true story. So that's 4 characters that we have access to. Typically, the fastest way to go ahead and do CPU is to kind of YOLO it. You just kind of go ahead and figure it out. But when you do that, especially at a spot like the Leviathan spot, you have to go ahead and have life pots on hand. You have to be able to go ahead and get characters back up. But if you only have 2 or 3 characters, that's going to be pretty tricky to do. 4 is possible, and it's certainly more possible when you have an Avenger, because even if your Avenger character goes down, when you lift them back up, they'll get reactivated. So I think that spot is actually quite doable. I think we'll see quite a few orb grinds. The fact that those orbs are right next to where the Avenger is, I think more of our characters will go ahead and get it. But I think that we're going to need to see at least 4 characters for that to be successful.
I think so as well. They should be able... Well, like, Dathis has 4 characters at this point by picking up that Palom in Baron Inn. We also have the Moon character check available to us right now as well. As well as... Well, we did Dwarf, so that was a dupe. So, never mind.
Yep. We have Dathis checking the free treasure. I don't think anyone's been down here yet. except whoever looted 20% of the chests anyway. Ooh, Siren. You're not gonna find a lot of those. And a free mute knife. That's a nice pickup for Daphis. So Joe can go everywhere. Joe can get underground. Joe can go to the moon. Joe has all of the options at his disposal. Possum taking the tower key that they chased from the freebie, I want to say. So that'll be a key item check as Karate goes down, and I assume Possum will also continue his way up to see who's at the top of the tower.
Yes, I imagine so, because even though he only still has 2 characters, he's got all the gear, so there's really not much that is going to be scary for him at this point. Maybe like an evil wall, something that'll hit really hard and really fast. But yeah, we do have all of that anchoring gear, so Kane is pretty much very, very quick compared to Edward. We do see some agility manipulation happening right now. We'll see who's at this top of tower.
Love his names too. Hide and Betray. Sounds like the name of like an emo band from the 90s. Opening for literally nobody. Hide and Betray. Here are our 3 cores. Oh, there's an evil wall. That's a dwarf too. That won't be a problem. Ooh, ooh, do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's difficult to explain how happy that makes me and why that makes me so happy. And yet here I sit filled with joy to bask in it. It's dead, it's over. Alright, so Marlon and friends, kind of an annoying fight. Those lit ones probably aren't going to do all that much against that crystal armor. I think this is just maybe a little bit slower, but certainly very doable for Possum here.
So Daphis just did the Rex banner check.
That's spicy. The only thing I can think of, maybe looking for Demas and didn't want to forget. We're not on any boss hunts, so maybe looking for Demas. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But very, very cheeky check 20 minutes into this Omni seed.
I like it. I like it. It's kind of embarrassing that us on comms were like, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. We should probably ask. Does anybody in chat have any idea? Has anyone played this game before? Can you go ahead and help me? Oh, man. Today's the day John gets kicked off the restream team. Honestly, I made it longer than I thought it would.
Well, we did grab a Luca key from the top of tower, so we will see Possum headed back down. Now, a lot of the world is his oyster. We'll see where he goes, if he chases that or decides to go back and get some characters.
You are not, because number one, we don't have Warp Glitch, so that's a key. Oh. I thought I did something. I mean, I did. I was myself. That was my fault. I was actually making a good point, too. I was actually saying, like, relevant things about how we're really used to Warp Glitch being on a blue moon, but Warp Glitch isn't on. And for good routing, he's already down there, so he doesn't have to go that far. Oh, man. Like, I know I deserve this, but oh, man.
Well, you know, it doesn't really matter on Possum's screen because he doesn't have anyone that knows Warp anyway.
Oh, see? Oh, man, I didn't make as good a point as I thought I did.
Yes, Daphis just got magma from Pabor.
Magma. Alright, so, Possum, I guess, going to do Dwarf Castle before doing Luca. Maybe going ahead shopping at these gated shops a little bit. Daphis getting underground. So Charlie is either finishing up for Bull or coming back. Charlie gave us a good look at what S Pro looks like. Only tiers 1 through 3. Those heal pickups might actually be kind of nice if you run into Val, who is, petrifying a small party very quickly. Those might come in handy. So that's a really very shrewd, very smart pickup for Charlie there.
Yes. So now we see both Judge Joe and Possum in Dwarf Castle fighting this Baigan. Can kind of be a little bit tricky but it's a good thing we've got some pretty decent gear, I think. You know,
I mean a little bit. A little bit.
Couple of power shirts and a spoon and an Avenger.
I mean, I don't know. Is 4,500 a swing in the back row good? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Both of them are through, as Dathis is. And with all that divergence, we have Charlie going underground and 3 of our runners at Dwarf. Oh, there's D-Mist.
Hey.
Go. Alright, so this is, so even without a warp glitch, because of D-Mist, this is still a 2 key item check.
That's a great tidbit about the game, John.
Thank you. I appreciate you whispering it in my ear so that I could be the one to say it. That was very generous of you.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I can't get
You are playing in a tournament final match. Like, I think you can't trick people. You do know things about this game.
Okay, not as much as a Ninja, E-Ninja who constantly claims every 2 seconds, I know nothing about this game, but of course he does. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so, ooh, Ghost Hand. I love Ghost Hand. Look at that.
Ghost Hand. It's the best hand.
So good. I never understood in the vanilla game, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, I don't care. I've never understood how our heroes who go to the moon and save the worlds can't stop a hand after killing literal Goldes. I've never understood that.
I mean, yeah, they can definitely move faster.
Absolutely. So that arty bow, not great in Omnidexterous. I guess if you have anyone that's not back road, but bows and arrows tend to not quite have the same value in this flag set than in the more generic, typical one.
Yeah, especially because finding that Dwarf Axe early, everyone can equip it, so we don't need to worry about bows back rowing. And bows just don't do as much damage as, Avengers and Mursames and, spoons.
Correct. Judge Joe doing what I would do, and that's checking D-Mist right away. Because with my goldfish brain, if I do literally anything else, I would absolutely forget. Ooh, the hook, that might end up being quite relevant. Especially with turning into Pinktail being one of our objectives.
Yeah. So now we just need a Pinktail.
All right. You didn't have to say it like that, okay?
No, but I mean, look, we're close to one objective. We have spent the last 15 minutes with just one objective available to us. So now we're halfway to our second one. I mean, I guess technically we can go to the moon if we wanted, but...
We can.
That is true.
It is true. Anyway, down goes Rydia's mom. See, it's sadder when you say it like that. And Dathis is through Dwarf Castle. Judge Joe about to go ahead and find out the fun that awaits him at the Fey March. We'll see if he gets the Avenger. And Reckless Charlie realizing that there is no character at all coming out of Dwarf 2, as it's just another Edward. Possum either were really quiet or I got kicked out of the room again. I'm just going to keep talking. Possum going down the Luka check has gone through, and I guess we'll see another key item check and another boss.
And as chat points out, he definitely skipped the chest that had the adamant armor.
Yes. Rope
of shame.
Armor. Absolutely.
Well, that life staff, again, not really the things we are looking for in this scene.
We can just put it on our white and...
I mean, we can give it to Kane and give him some wisdom, but I don't think that's really going to help.
Yeah. And Magus Sisters at that spot is...
No, thank you.
Awful. The magic is quite high because the crush in the vanilla game for Evil Wall needs to hit. It's quite speedy, although he's anchored, but we're not going to do all that for life staff. So Possum says nope. And Possum does remember to go ahead and check D-Mist, so Possum will be getting his hook very soon.
So what do we have left check-wise? We have a Sheila 1 check without the pan. We have both Fey Marches, and then the moon.
Right. K-Main, K-Summon, and K-Moon are on. So
yeah, we're down to 3 checks. For progression.
I mean, putting all of the LST into one.
Yes. Bag. Like forgetting the fact that yes, we could go to the moon, but no one's really moon ready yet.
Right. Again, that CPU is not. I mean, it is quite doable with enough characters. If you have Bacchus One or the Avenger, or it could just be incredibly long. I mean, another nice part about the having Edge and T Wild is, thank you, Dath. This is a credit reporter. I mean, yay. Is that a slow clap?
It was the clap.
It was a clap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was a medium rhythm.
It was a moderato.
Yes.
A little bit. Edge can throw things. Edge can throw a lot of things at the back there. That could certainly go ahead and be an option. The Edge, I know.
But why do we need to throw things when we can just equip a crystal sword on him? Oh wait, I guess we need to have a crystal sword first. That's fair.
Maybe it's by that Pinktail. Actually, no, Pinktail's an adamant. But ooh, that means we're halfway to an adamant. I just put it all together by myself. Judge Joe does have the Avenger, so Joe picked it up as well. Joe's going to go ahead and get the news. If I'm Joe, I think Joe has 3 characters. I would try this. I would. And Joe has a propensity for taking on fights that might not be the best idea. I believe that we are going
look, Joe's doing Joe things. Let's go.
There's a reason why Joe is an absolute beast on the ladder and in all the races. We got Dathis doing a bit of a grind here, and Possum finally getting another character.
And he'll be rewarded with his Darkness Crystal momentarily.
Correct. Jeez, Edge. Or Kane. My goodness. So Palom bluffing. Does that Palom have Quake at that point? Probably, right? 420 HP?
I think so.
Maybe.
At least Virus. Not that Virus is going to help. You need Quake for this.
So you almost want Kane to go down here. Because could Kane do enough damage on his own? Maybe he would. Maybe not. That might not be true. Let's see who goes down first. Eddie, great target. Always approved. Love the swag quad 9s. And Kane shredding here. I love this. I absolutely love this. I wouldn't be surprised to see Possum following suit here. Maybe doing a character check? Nope.
Oh, yeah, we can. With the hook, we do have that hook route character as well.
Possum decided to do Ordeals. We know that won't have a ton of value. And Dathis is stealing more Sirens. So Sirens are another one of those tier 5 items where the only way you'd be able to purchase them is if it was in the Forge shop, so it's not terribly likely. So Dathis going ahead and making sure that his grind is secured.
Yep, definitely don't hate this, especially when you've got a nuker in your party. And no sign of a white mage at this point, so we probably need to get some levels.
I think that Joe is just going to be about through this. He's survived a couple rounds of the globes, and he
there. It is
really, really nicely done by Joe.
Executed perfectly. Oh, we do get Quake now.
Yeah.
So correct answer is no. 420 is not enough for Quake.
Is it progression? It is not, but it is an objective. Really, really, really nicely done by Joe.
Yeah. Perfect execution and on that orb grind.
Yep. I wonder if they have a white spear, some kind of holy sword, or holy anything, because that we know for a fact that that's Mylon Z. Might be putting on something that gives some lit resistance, because... oh, wait, no. That's for Mylon Friends, not for Mylon Z. But we're just going for it here. It's only 23,000 HP. I think Joe will be fine. I love how he does CPU and then he doesn't even bother saving. Who would do such a thing? Love it.
I mean, he has an Avenger spoon.
He does have an Avenger spoon, which is in your librarian duties. Have you ever seen that sentence written down in recorded history?
Only in Omnidextrous seeds.
Aha. There it is. Is that what the S stands for? Spoon, Avenger?
I doubt it.
You cracked the code. Oh, it's incorrect every time.
Drat.
Spoonvenger. Thank you, Scarlet. Oh, that makes so much more sense. And
Wow. Fey March.
Not
I mean,
exactly
sure.
good.
Defense sword, fine, but where is our progression? Sheila won.
Yeah. So.
Or the moon with no other grind options available.
I mean,
we have to go grind to go to the moon at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 key items.
Or is the moon? I mean, how much do you really need to grind though? I mean, if you're doing 5,
That's
6,
true, I guess. But I mean, they're gonna hit hard. They're gonna hit hard.
Yeah, but double if you're back road, and you can throw on. I mean, we found one crystal sword already. I don't know how much you really need to grind on this flag set. I mean, you just throw on all the fun things and then do all the fun things, you know?
I guess we'll see soon.
I guess so.
We are running out of options.
Yeah, it would not surprise me at all to see Joe going to the moon sooner rather than later. You know, the display of the power of the combination of equipment is very much clear, and you can kind of go anywhere and do anything. To the point you brought up a while ago, if you're looking for your 5th character, you know, there's a solid chance that you know that's where it is, and that gives you a little more utility. Yeah, I'd be probably. I mean, you know, sheer density of checks because you're looking for key items. We're looking for the pigtail. We have 2 objectives that are up there, and we're looking for the sand ruby, and we're looking for the earth crystal. Go do
Sheila's got the goods.
Ooh, what does she have?
Baron key.
Ooh.
So while not a leading to a direct objective, that is the last progression spot that we have on the planet Earth. I can talk today.
Except for the twin heart. Bam, acknowledged.
But we don't have the twin heart yet.
Right, but wait, praise your thing to me again.
What?
What?
That is currently the only progression
in terms
point
of
we can follow. Yes.
Okay, I didn't hear the qualifier because I was being a bad listener. Okay, and somehow I think that's your fault.
My fault?
Well, otherwise it's mine. I don't want it to be my fault.
Can y'all tell that we teach children all day?
All day. And as I sit here talking to you and listening to myself, I'm wondering if all my problems with my kids are probably my fault. Like, baby, I deserve this.
No comment.
Oh.
From this commentator.
Okay. Anyway, Possum's raising the whale, which is, I wonder if we're just doing this while we're thinking about where we want to go and what we want to do.
Or maybe he's gonna go fill his party out. We'll see.
I don't know. Some commentator told me though that we had another option with Baron Inn, or with Baron Castle, because we have the Baron key. I keep saying Baron.
How many times can you say Baron in the same sentence?
Until the chat is Baron.
Aw, Scala gave you a star sticker.
Woohoo! Curse ring for Eddie. I approve of that. Possum is going to give us our first peek at this character. So get your predictions out. Is this our 5th character, or is it another?
And is it Iridia?
Ooh.
Because we do have an Ashura.
We do. Can I equip Ashura on my head? And then have 5 heads? No,
just a dupe.
Yeah.
So here's a reset out back to Earth and go into Baron. Let's go.
So the only downside for Possum is going to have to live through that cutscene twice. But you know, things happen. What are you gonna do? It is a gated shop, and we are gonna go. Okay, so we'll get up to tier 4 goodies here. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile. Nope.
Oh boy, a Shadow Gauntlet. Let's go.
Maybe look at that Earth Hammer. Oh, Drain Swords. Probably for anchoring.
Okay.
Yeah, not at the moment, though. Oh, for you. Oh, yeah. This pound already wasn't slow enough. And just for added measures. That's a negative 25 agility. That feels like child abuse, doesn't it? Like you have this hyperactive 9-year-old. Because think about how Palom is in the game, right? Hi, I'm Palom. I have spells. I was the hero at Mount Ordeals. Like, hey kid, hold these. I got another one. Here. Wear this ring for me. What? I'm the grown-up. Put the ring on. And here, hold these really heavy swords. Now, come on.
Oh my gosh.
The visual in my head. Like, look at him celebrating at Death as a screen right now. And now imagine him trying to celebrate.
Oh, good grief.
My goodness. So Joe finishes his tower. Charlie's going up the tower. Dathis is coming down the tower. Maggie gets
tower. So 38 minutes ago, we saw some sort of boss give us our starting spoon, which I have now forgotten.
That's like Omni minutes ago. Oh, right, it was a sparkle.
A sparkle, that's right. Who is this?
I don't know.
This is Ogo.
Nope.
Oh, Wyvern. Never mind. We've already seen Ogo too.
Oh man. Well, the beauty of Fast Anchor of the Avenger. That Avenger is I believe plus 10 agility, I think. Plus 5.
I
plus 10?
believe so. 5 plus 10.
And that bike spot is already pretty slow, so no work required there. Probably a relief to see that in that spot too. Oh, we got jokes. We've got jokes.
Lol.
Now, I believe, does the crystal armor prevent the death? Because I think Possum's Cane has one.
Crystal armor? No.
Okay. Well, Eddie went ahead and hid, because that's what Eddie does best. Dathis does pick up that Avenger. We have Charlie stealing some sirens, so pretty heads up over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we'll find out.
Everyone is getting stickers tonight.
Sweet.
Thanks to our fantastic restreamer, Scala Kitty. And also, shout outs to Maggie, who is trying very hard to follow the commentation. Commentation, you hear that? That was a new word. The commentary tonight, so that she can track for us. So thank you so much for that.
Okay, you want to talk about unsung heroes? And I mean that quite literally. Like, we were literally singing within 4 seconds of the broadcast. Tracking is so hard. Tracking when there's 4 people is so much harder. And then tracking Omnidexterous and 4 people when the comms are not healthy at all.
No.
It feels like hazing. I'm so sorry.
But look, I have a balloon. It's so cute.
Oh, and I got a sticker.
Okay.
Commentationary.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yep. Okay. Y'all.
Okay.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. Just a Palom. So not a new character. Dathis is going to go ahead and attempt this as well. I think Dathis picked up that Avenger, so we should be in pretty good shape. Plus, Dathis has 4 characters here. And we are going to get our first look at what the key item is from the Barren Throne. Oh, Fiery. I mean, you're not wrong, but ow. How to track the screen. Hey, look, it's a legend sword. We can do half a 4.
But that is not progression.
Why would you say it like that? But that is not gonna help us in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, so we have Odin Throne or the moon. That's it. That's all we've got right now.
I think so, yeah.
And that is a little bit scary for this party. Even though it's Omni, even though we're putting out a lot of damage, we have to be able to still get out attacks enough before all of our characters die to moon bosses. So
yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, let's what bosses are really scary that are left with? I mean, you're seeing the power inputs that come through here. What bosses are really really scary here? As we see Possum, we talked about this earlier. The density of the Baron checks here.
Ooh, second Bahamut. Let's go. Let's find Rydia on the giant, please and thanks.
I mean, we could do giant first for both grind purposes, even without 10 key items, and also.
Oh, I guess we still have the hook route character that we have not spotted yet.
True.
So before we go to the moon, I bet we will see our runners.
Well, wow. I mean, this is gonna one shot though, right?
Yeah, I mean it's fine, but it's just funny. Like it's.
If you want to see what the world's fastest gauntlet looks like, just keep watching Possum's screen. Because 4 of those conjurers are going to die immediately, and then it's going to be 1 clapper, which dies almost immediately. So, talk about being set up perfectly. Look at how sad Palom looks. It's so much sadder knowing what he's wearing. Like, he's dead, too. My God. Oof. Oh, man.
He's just taking a nap.
Okay.
It's just nap time.
Okay.
But, you know, it's not typically nap time for Palom. So, you know what? I'm kind of like, this is refreshing to see other people napping other than the old man and the small child.
Right. And that excruciating gauntlet is over. Really squeaked through that one. And we are rewarded with a crystal ring. And just as Palom opens his eyes a little like, what? Could that make you feel better?
To the moon! To the moon! But first we're gonna check the hook. Thank you. Thank you.
It's beautiful.
I will sing for you all evening.
I mean, I don't think we're going to have any problem with the moon bosses. I think the real question is the Z fight at this point. Right?
Yeah, but with the edge, which Possum still doesn't have, we can steal sirens and get siren ready and just push out a lot of damage.
That's true.
And
let's see what's in this trap chest. A tiara.
Cute.
All right, we're being told by the voice of God in our ears that sooner rather than later, we're going to go ahead and restart Joe's stream, so he will be back with us shortly. Fortunately, we have plenty of exciting action with our other runners, as Dathis is doing the super cannon room that Charlie just blew up. So we know that the bosses don't matter here. We also know, for Possum, we also know that launching the Falcon is not an objective. There's only 1 trap chest down here, so every chest that he loots will be trap free. Not sure what he's really looking for at this point.
I guess like a second Avenger.
That's a little selfish.
I mean, we've got no white mage, so
yeah.
Well, that was worthless.
And that evil wall would have been gross under any other flag set. But not our problem. So off we go. So we're going to get our first look at the moon. At 46 minutes, we exhausted an awful lot of checks here. Possum already knows that it's not a 4th character for him, as he checked this earlier. We'll probably be going, I would assume, to cave value first, and then we'll go from there.
Yep, and we are still looking for Pan, Pinktail, Earth Crystal, Sand Ruby. 3 out of those 4 items we need.
Yeah, or maybe Possum's going to do, his objectives. I mean, that might be a shrewd move, That might be the way to go. So we're not at Cave Bahana right now.
Well, we have a saying, chase your objectives.
Chase your objectives? Is that like chasing my dreams?
Yeah.
Ooh. Actually, it kind of is, isn't it? I got real deep there. Ooh,
that was like super deep for a Monday night.
Right? Was. So here's a question. Does Possum's very sleepy Palom know warp? Because we definitely don't know exit.
Well, we're about to get a second one. So a slingshot off of the the ribbon room, even with less than 10 key items, will definitely get him pretty close to warp.
Right. We can't.
I believe he should get warp off of 200,000 XP, assuming it's not exactly the dolls.
Yeah, he learns Dwarf level 29. And you can't sling without 5 characters, but I wonder if Possum
Oh,
will,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I wonder if Possum will go ahead and remember to, if he hasn't already, give enough experience. Or I wonder if he was looking for a white mage for that exact reason, for a Telef or for Cecil or somebody.
Yeah. Definitely before coming down the LST, because what you don't want to have to do, which guess what our runners are going to have to do, come back out of the LST, because 3 out of the 4 items we need are somewhere up here.
And poor Palom. All that walking, we're so tired. And they're making him lead too. Like Palom's like go. Walk fast, go. I'm so tired. Go. It's rude. It's rude and it's mean. All right, Dathis is going to go ahead and find his something here. It was good, whatever it was. I forget. Oh yeah, the hook. Yeah, that's helpful. So that's good for Dathis. Remember to go ahead and check Demas. Good for them. Charlie's doing the grind. If you get Kane's HP totals high enough, you can solo it. Drain Venger, and you don't need other characters or healing. I mean, you just kind of go. So
yeah, that is true. He can definitely be fast enough to push out a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, here's our White Spear altar.
Cute.
Fight. Is it though?
Cute. Yeah, I love it when people talk to me when I don't really first thing in the morning, and I don't want people to talk to me, and they're just sitting there talking to me for 10 minutes.
Is that why I haven't been able to message you on Discord? Oh, okay. Right.
That is this fight right here. It's please do not bother me. I have not had my coffee. Go away.
Yeah. If copyright infringement was a fight, and we didn't want to call it Frankenstein, this would be the fight.
Grief.
What, am I wrong?
Yes.
Is it really?
That is true. It is public domain.
Oh, okay. Well,
and so is The Great Gatsby.
Oh, that's a very specific reference.
Well, it just came to the public domain last year. Anyway, enough nerdy librarian talk.
No such thing.
Let's see. We have Dathis and Judge Joe in Baron.
Oh, we've got a sleepy Kane.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Remember when some runner bought 10 heal pots? I was like, that's a good idea. Well,
Edward to the rescue!
No such thing. Stop it. I don't care if it's what really happened. Ugh, terrible. All right, we have another objective done. Ooh, an X-Cal.
Cute! Love
cute.
it. Let's give it to Palom.
I mean, we could. All right, so an annoying boss out of the way.
Another objective down.
I hope we have camping gear because we don't have any healing. No, he's poison walking. He's poison walking into the ribbon room. Go ahead and click on Cannot then.
Oh, man.
42,000. Now, Possum is the first person to tell you that he is a very significant fan of just doing a DPS race to go ahead and try to take out Kainatsu. This room is one of those exceptions, I would have to imagine. But even still, with the absurd amount... Oh, no, he's going to nerf it. Okay.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I say luck. He would say oh.
Well, Eddie got out of the way.
I spoke too soon.
Well,
Edward has hidden. That was heads up.
does he have enough time to bring Kane?
No. Well, that was fun.
So
about the grind.
Yeah, like we said earlier, gonna drop down. Oh, we're just going again. Okay, all right. I see you.
We can do it. It's calculated.
I mean, you have an RA1 Zerker. Nerfing this is kind of the same process of nerfing a Big Bang, right? So you have, when you have the Z fight, you have the Big Bang gets queued, and then you have the time between when the Big Bang has completely gotten queued and then when the Big Bang goes off. The script timing is exactly the same with Kainatsu. He goes ahead and summons up the wave, and then once he has it, you have the time between when the wave is summoned to when the wave's going to go off. And this might actually go ahead and
This
get...
is a DPS race right here.
Yeah, we might get through. I think we might see Kainatsu in the...
Whoop.
Too.
Romp.
I'm just a little surprised that he didn't drop down the battle speed if he was going to try it again. I'm also surprised he's going in. Does he have no tents? Because I know we only got the basic kit. We didn't get any freedom tents. Did he go to the moon with no camping gear?
Listen.
He went to the moon with camping gear.
We have seen Possum open like 80 chests, but he does not shop. He will not shop.
Tents. I saw a tent there.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's just being stubborn. Alright, Judge Joe's going to go ahead and go down to the basement. Charlie's leaving with whatever we got from Sheila.
Baron key!
Right, the Baron key. Baron. And that cane is wielding a lot, and Joe is also wielding a lot.
Yes! Let's go, Palom! Let's go!
Wow.
Oh, look, we're using a tent.
Oh, this is smart. So by
Clap for camping.
Doing that, you'll have Palom next to Axe, so we can get that lit one off a little bit faster.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, the Kainatsu waves are based off of Kainatsu's current HP. The more HP he has, the stronger the waves. And at the Riven Room, in the vanilla game, you have 2 D-Lunars that have 21,000 hit points each. You combine that, that's 42,000 hit points. This is one of the absolute worst spots you could go ahead and possibly find Kainatsu here. And that's what we would call Possum RNG, when there's a 1 in 3 shot of don't hit Palom, and what happens? We hit Palom. So we're on attempt number 4. What a rude fight. What a terrible, rude, required fight.
Question in chat. Does back row glitch work if you put the weapon in the off hand? Apparently, Possum equipped the dwarf axe into Palom's right hand, but Palom is one of 2 characters that is left-handed, so that may or may not actually work. But I don't think in this case we're actually going to use him as an attacker. We are going to use him instead as our lit 1 nerfer. So it shouldn't matter right now, but yes, theoretically, that dwarf axe should have gone on his left hand.
Yeah, I think the dwarf axe is there for the -5 agility. I believe, I don't know, honestly. I can't believe that I haven't thought about what would happen if I put the dwarf axe in, the wrong hand before. But with edge, you have to go ahead and put the boomerang in the right hand. Otherwise, the back row doesn't work.
Yeah. And Possum is through with this agility manipulation on this attempt. He will now be through because that lit 1 is definitely getting off in time. And Kane will do the rest of the damage at this point. So, yep. Good job on Possum's side to get through this Kainatsu, who could be otherwise very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you have to really understand both the script of the Kainatsu fight and also have a good read of how he, with T Wild, you get all this equipment, and Omnidexterous, you can go ahead and put on all this equipment. You have to understand how it works. And apparently Eddie's going to be a part of our future here because that's going to be 100,000 for him. Possum made the time to go ahead and light him back up before we started here. So we can certainly go ahead and expect to see Eddie be a part of the fight in the future.
And hey, that was warp. And an adamant. And still, but still, no items we need.
So what that tells me there with that pass is that we're going to go ahead and full clear this moon right now.
Yes.
Because we don't have exit. We're probably going to have to go ahead and warp out. Palom is now at level 31, which means that Palom has warp. And we're just going to full clear it, get all the things, and never, ever, ever have to come back here.
Oh, yes. Let me correct. That was an adamant armor, not the adamant to forge.
Right.
Let me clarify that.
So looking ahead to the Z fight, you're looking to do, if you can get 10,000 a round going through, you're considered to be in mostly good shape. That Kane, with all of that equipment, power shirt, adamant armor, all that gear, if Kane was swinging for 8k a round, at least in the Z fight, I would not be shocked, even though it's Kane in Captain Average.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Kane is anything but average when you can put 3 power shirts and an Avenger spoon on him. So
Yep. So we have about, I think it's around 38,000 at this spot over here. And it'll start to slow down as the tentacles go down. I think we're just hoping to keep Hallam alive here for the HP. I think that's kind of the hope. And I don't think we saw it at the top of the tower before. I think it's our first look at it from Dathis. Unless this is Cape Bahamut. I'm not quite sure where they're at. Punching like that tells me it's not Cape Bahamut, otherwise it would be a lot more.
yeah, I think this is the Mura altar.
I think so as well. So we're getting 2 key item looks for the first time right now.
Or not.
I mean, we were getting the look. We just didn't complete the look. Oh.
Oh boy!
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Twin harp is hard required. It leads to something we need.
Well, no, hold on. Possum still hasn't done Crystal Sword. Possum still hasn't done
There's-
Murrow Altar.
Oh, I guess there's still 3 more altars.
And
Never mind, I can
Bahamut.
count. Fine.
I win.
It is very
I win.
close to being hard required.
I win. I win.
I just want a hard required twin heart so that we can just see Harumph's whiny cats in chat.
I see. I mean, well, there they are. Wow. Wow, look at that emote. That is...
I know, right? That's like really intense.
Right? I can hear that emote. I mean, I hear it. And maybe that's not something a music teacher should admit out loud, but I do, bro. I hear that.
Oh,
Like if rabies was a
gosh.
picture, I mean, there it is. My goodness. Possum's at the Crystal Sword altar. And what's a very punchy mom bomb, not a lot of HP. And there we see the magic of an adamant.
So punchy.
All right. I'm not wrong. Oh, John looks dumb because I said it was punchy. Each one.
I mean, yes, in theory he is punchy, but you know, we've got an
Theory.
adamant armor
Listen,
on our Spoonvenger cane.
And sure, Mom Bomb doesn't have any arms. It blows up, you know.
Oh,
Man.
man. Meanwhile, Dathis is taking a door grind. How cute.
How cute.
Yeah, super cute.
Possum can forge now.
There was the forge. I mean, the real adamant. There we go. I can talk.
Okay. So Possum utilizing all the warp spells. We only have 1 spot left to check, and that is at the Murr altar. We have Charlie trying to maybe look for that mute knife that he has somewhere. Oh, no, finds the adventure. So this first conjurer will conjure up the enemy, but the other ones certainly will not. So Charlie is going to be able to implement these same strategies as everybody else, get through the gauntlet very, very, very quickly. Joe is heading down to the Murr altar to find Aquaman down there. And Possum is making this very sleepy, tired Hallam pass the same spell 47 times in a row. This might be a good time to go ahead and thank our runners for putting on an amazing show. You can certainly see how difficult it is to go ahead and find all of this equipment, how to manage it properly. I want to thank Scala Kitty and Naga the Cat for being just apparently the most patient people on Earth, next to maybe my co-commentator Jim Egg the Librarian, who literally signed up for this and then didn't quit when saw it was paired up with me. Everybody is... a correction in chat, my bad. It's only 46 warps. Sincerest and humblest apologies. I got distracted. So please give literally everyone a follow. Even Scala is streaming a new game to me, at least, called Haven. Which is going very well. J-Mac, amazing runner. Our runners here, clearly just wonderful. Please give everyone a follow.
Yes, all good humans in the free enterprise community for sure. I am very interested to see if Dathis is going to warp out. He is. He's choosing to warp out because he did take those doors for a door grind. So sees the life staff, and the Magus Sister says no thank you, and is just going to warp out that experience he got from Doors.
Which is definitely really heads up. I could easily see somebody like myself being like, oh, the key items. Oh, right, all my experience. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
And Possum being Possum, even with Palom, does not get the off-slot stone.
Correct. You love to see it.
More medium clapping.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone in chat knows what the... Because I've recently learned... Ooh, rat tail.
Cute! Let's go!
Ooh, maybe we'll get the thing where the guy's like, I only want tails. And then you turn in the rat tail, and he's like, oh, take this pink tail. Ooh, pink tail. One of my favorite things in the game.
Maybe so.
Which we'll call it. Comment in chat has to remember that 25 agility. You cast your own stone. I wonder if anyone in chat knows what the spell accuracy for stone is, because I recently learned that weak is 75%, and I also recently learned that half of your wisdom will add to the percentage of the spell hitting. And then, if you're in the center slot, you take all of that and you multiply it by 5/4. So, Dave telling me 30% for stone. Yeah, that's pretty low. So if you don't have a lot of
you lost me with fractions.
Okay. Imagine that there are 5 books in the periodicals.
Oh my gosh.
But then you have I mean,
all right.
But hold. That doesn't. I mean, what if I rewrote the Dewey Decimal System, but instead of decimals it was fractions?
Listen.
I'm listening.
Don't get me started on the Dewey Decimal System.
Ooh, why not? Now I just want to do it more.
No, that's an off-comms conversation.
Okay, well, add to the list.
But Dathis is headed back down to the Fey March, deciding to finally take on the King's Spot to get that objective done. We see Possum headed to the Cave Bahamut boss, and Judge Joe and Reckless Charlie are systematically clearing all of these moon bosses on the LST.
Mm-hmm. Normally, seeing Val here would actually be kind of nice because this is the only moon spot that doesn't have magic perfect defense. But when you're automatically swinging for 8k, do you really need to go ahead and cast any spells?
No, not really.
I mean, maybe a white mage might help here, but womp womp womp. There it is.
I mean, we've done enough without a white mage the rest of the seed. Why start now?
True. I want to point out this is a punchy spot, but Kane just took one.
So punchy.
Oh man.
But what kind of punch is it? Is it fruit punch or tropical punch?
Oh, now I'm just thirsty. Oh, that sounds delicious. Hey, look, there's Mom Bomb's arms that he used to punch. He's dead. So the CPU. All right, so lots of fights being cleared all at the same time here. Possum's going to show us what's new, and that is an Earth Crystal. Okay. That's 2 characters. That's a key item check, and
an objective.
And Possum could show us... Ooh, are we about to do some behemoths as our grind? We are. Okay.
Let's go!
The behemoths are punchy, too.
They are punchy, but they're also...
See? But they're also...
3 kills. Oh, well. Maybe this didn't quite work out in our favor.
I mean, maybe we're looking for... That must be techie items. Maybe we're looking for a certain HP total on Kane, to be able to go ahead and,
Tank.
take a couple of big bangs. Because if you get your DPS high enough to like 12,000 a round, which is not, out of the question, you're not going to see a second big bang. So I wonder if the hope is to get, a couple... Look at 9,000, I'm rounding up. 9,000. Clearly there's a hope that, maybe Palom can go ahead and get some HP here. Otherwise, Possum wouldn't have taken the time to go ahead and light them back up. But, yeah, when this is over, if he does an interview, we'll have to go ahead and check to see what his thoughts are with that.
Yep, I think you are right. I think he is trying to get Kane to that threshold of being able to tank a full Big Bang. And a nerfed Big Bang.
Yeah. So he lights them all up again. So let's go ahead and see what happens.
It's to tank these hits from the behemoth.
Yeah. Ooh, and a miss. Okay. Hey, J-Mac, is it worth it to check the treasury on T Wild?
At an hour and 7 minutes? Definitely not. Why? Because, like we discussed an hour ago, we are on T Wild, which means treasures are not weighted. So the glorious treasury that we normally get on T Wildish, where you can pull crystal swords and all sorts of goodies, you're not gonna. It's an anything goes treasury, which means you're gonna see mostly a whole bunch of junk, and you don't need junk at this point in the game.
I mean, it could be, could not be junk. I can't think of a
I mean,
single
it
item.
could be, but also, more than likely, you're gonna get a whole bunch of echo notes.
Echo notes. I mean, Joe could use one of those echo notes right now. Look at the size of that Edward. They're dead. Never mind. Doesn't matter. All right. So Possum, pass in hand. Moon completely completed. What? I feel good. I didn't even trip over my words. I feel so good. Completely completed.
Completely completed.
Yeah, I got that phrase from the redundant Department of Redundancy. I feel really good about that. Come on.
Oh gosh.
Man.
All right, Charlie is fighting this Kainatsu in the ribbon room.
Yep. Charlie, a little better equipped HP wise for this. And
has more Palom spells.
Correct. And Charlie, a little more equipped for the Z fight. Look at those HP totals, because Charlie did some grinding earlier. So, we've seen Possum doing a little bit of grinding here, trying to figure out what his Z fight's going to go ahead and look like. He just cleared all the moon bosses and clearly won't have any problem with Earth Crystal or Twin Harp or anywhere else that he goes.
Yep. But that rat tail did turn into our pan, which is another one of our objectives. So now we are just missing our pink tail or our sand ruby.
I think the only spots of progression that we haven't seen are this pink tail route with this and Sheila 2, Earth Crystal, and Twin Harp. I think we've literally seen everything else.
We have.
Well, that's why I think of that. And to talk about the quality of these runners, like here we are 70 minutes in, and we've seen basically the whole game. I mean, that's kind of speedy. That's pretty impressive. It also means that Possum will literally be able to go ahead and last location Twin Harp. It will more than likely be the absolute last thing that he does. Oh, there's Pigtail.
Boo.
So what's left? Is that go mode?
Boo.
That's go mode.
Except for he has not done the CPU.
Oh.
He faded the Fey March.
I wonder if he forgot?
We will see if he remembers that he forgot.
Or maybe he's hoping that because he's got some shots at Sand Ruby here, right? Here's a shot at Sand Ruby. Earth Crystal, Tower of Zot, shot at Sand Ruby.
Yeah.
So that's if one of those two has it, which is honestly fairly likely because, like I said, we've seen the whole game.
Yep. So I mean, yeah, it's either
it's like a
Fair or Twin Harp.
66% chance. Another.
Look, another Avenger.
That's actually huge. That's
how wonderful. Like, okay, Seed.
Because and then I love this. Here's why I love this. Because if he stays an RA1 for his fight, okay, and he leaves an Avenger in his top spot person, and he fires off the crystal fast enough, he's going to get an automatic nerf of the Big Bang, because the crystal is going to go ahead and be mimicked by the Avenger. And then the Avenger will start to go ahead and attack. Meanwhile, he'll have his second attacker will automatically be doing work with their Avenger. And then the person that throws the crystal can go ahead and throw a curative on whoever gets hit with the counter nuke. That Avenger basically makes his Z fight free now.
That is true.
That's I wonder if that's the tech that Possum's going to go with, or if he's going to say something smarter. But either way, Possum now down to a 50-50 chance of this being Sand Ruby, and that will save himself the fun of doing that CPU. Going ahead and marching very quickly toward go mode here.
Meanwhile, Daphis getting the sad news that only a cane down in the Eblin Cave. So we will not see our 5th character, because that means that our 5th character... Well, I take that back. They could be up here on Zot.
They could.
More than likely, they're up here on Zot. But if they're not on Zot, then they are on the Giant, and we will not see them.
Correct. We also... we never saw the Hugrat character either, I don't think.
No, we just did. It was Kane. Dupe Kane.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm wrong, as always. JP asking question, what if Nuke kills the 3rd person? I don't think we'll see a second Big Bang if the DPS is high enough. So, I think the 3rd person being a little bit of safety there. But either way, I mean, my goodness, look at the gear these runners have. Oh, my goodness, it's still fun. Look at the levels, like 3,100 HP Kane, Adamant Crystal, Power Shirt, Spoon Venger.
And yes, we did in fact put the adamant armor on Kane's head.
Yeah, and we have a second adamant for Possum. This is fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty fun.
I mean, who needs 4 characters when, you know, you've got 2 adamants and a Spoon Venger?
Yeah. Weirdly enough, one of the more annoying fights to be Avenger for here, because one look how sad Eddie looks. It looks like he got put in timeout, doesn't he? Like he just did something he wasn't supposed to do.
I mean, both of them are kind of in timeout. Like, it's the Kane show.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Palm finally got a turn. Kane's getting 3 turns for Palm's 1. No, dolls are not getting... Oh, 1 turn. There it is.
So this first spot has incredibly low agility. That Kane in the middle spot in a related story has incredibly fast agility. So it's unlikely that they're going to get to do a whole lot here. Not even saving. There's an Eddie, the Demus that we already know about. I wonder if we will see our 5th character getting saved by a CPU cannonball from a cannonball, not a CPU. Definitely not the same sprite.
No, definitely not.
Absolutely not.
I think the shadow's on the opposite side. That obviously makes it different.
Clearly. Is the shadow on the opposite side?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Don't quote me on that.
Kane saving Kane.
From the betrayal. Cute! So our 5th character is on the Giant. We will never... Oh, wait a second! We might see them! Go, Daphis!
Oh, Daphis, you meme-loving legend. Oh my goodness. All right, let's think about the bosses we haven't seen. Well, I'm going to pull my emo tracker. What boss would be absolutely just horrific here? We've already seen Demus. We saw Bigan. We've seen Magus Sisters. We've seen Mylon and Friends. That's annoying.
I don't think there's anything that we're scared of at this point. Odin? Eh. Oh. Drat!
I mean, we still have Daphis anyway.
I mean, yeah. We do. I really wanted to see if it was Iridia.
Yeah, Daphis did a particular achievement in the last community race and wasn't on free stream that I wonder if Daphis is going to be attempting again tonight. That would be lovely.
Which is?
Not only did Daphis go ahead and pull a siren in the Pink Puff room, but Daphis actually got the adamant drop.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, but it wasn't on Restream.
It was on Restream, which is
so that's why we still have this channel is still on, all that.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Right. I'm gonna close my emo tracking now that I don't need it. All right. I guess we didn't get the Sand Ruby. Probably shouldn't pay attention to that. So Sand Ruby must be behind Twin Harp. So the options are do Twin Harp or, well, I guess Possum doesn't know that Possum still has. There's the possibility that Sand Ruby could be behind CPU.
Well, so, look, the options are you do CPU or you do Twin Harp, maybe, and he will never do Twin Harp. So CPU it is. Do your objective.
I mean, I've seen him do it sometimes, but this does mean that Possum will have completed everything except Twin Harp. And I mean completed. Not face checked. Completed everything but Twin Harp before going to his Z fight.
But it's really quick to do when you have all of this gear on a cane.
It's so incredibly fun. It's just it's such a fun flag set, and it's really been catching fire in the ladder too. There are certain ladder races that you see get more traction than others, and this one has really been growing in popularity. A lot of people have been really starting to go ahead and get into this. And you see why. I mean, look how fun this race has been. We got look at Eddie on Judge Joe's side swinging for 6,000. I mean, it's against dolls, but sure, why not Eddie swinging for 6,000? I mean, it's just it's so incredibly fun. It's a great time.
Oh yeah. We do have other flag sets on our ladder, including our infamous SMS, which, that's where all the shops are free. And in this flag set, all the chests give you all the things, and then you get to equip them on your head. So, there's all sorts of fun times. We also have other flag sets that are a little more serious in racing, more strategic, I guess you'd say. Tournament-y, that's the word. Because this is a super strategic flag set. But yes.
I just want to confirm that you're saying that tournament-y is...
Tournament-y, yes,
is
correct.
Not only a real word, but also the word that we're looking for here.
Yes. I mean, What else would you say other than tournament-y?
I don't say things, and I think over the past hour and a half, it's been very clear as to why. But Possum's in go mode.
And Joe is about to be in go mode.
Very exciting.
So we are going to have a race on our hands.
A little bit.
Because Joe is going to be on the overworld.
True. So, and we don't have exit.
Nope.
So we have a little bit of a walk here. Tournament-esque. I like that style. Tournament-y. Tournament-y. Oh, Tournament-y. I like that. That's really good. Look at that. That's absolutely fantastic. So I'm really excited to see if Possum does use the Avenger glitch to go ahead and nerf the first Big Bang. Thank you, Oren. That's sweet. Look at Angie Dave. Wow, we have these Z flags in chat. What does that mean? I am so surprised.
Oh, Z flags. I don't know. It's the last letter of the alphabet. There aren't that many authors or people with that last name, so that's like my smallest section in the library are my Z books. So maybe we're asking for more Z books.
Maybe, or it could be that we can't have Zeromus randomized like all of the other bosses. It's big and too bad. So our amazing Scowl Kitty has gone ahead, and there's a 75% chance that she's going to go ahead and draw a sprite, and then you take half of her wisdom, which is like half of infinity, and then if she's in the center of free enterprise, which she is, you multiply it by 5/4, and that's how many sprites she's gone ahead and drawn for us, which is why they're all so amazing. So drawn, created, I don't know, oh god, don't ban me, I have the tournament this week. Regardless, created. So that brings us to a very important question, J-Mac.
Whose butt are we going to kick tonight?
All right, Scout, nearly 600. That's just amazing. All kidding aside, your dedication to this is just absolutely outstanding. So, Judge Joe right behind. We do have a bit of a race here. We're going to have some dueling Z fights. We love dueling Z fights here.
Ooh, yeah. What instrument will Butt play? I hope it's the French horn, because that is clearly the best one.
I mean, I have my trombone right here. That's fun. I
have a trombone in the other room.
Let's go.
Can I play it? No. Mouthpiece too big. High brass only.
We're gonna add the bore of the mouthpiece to our stream conversation. There's something to catch up on. It's so fun. Hey, Eddie throws the crystal. All right, so let's see if if I'm right and the Avenger's going to go ahead and glitch and mimic the crystal and do an automatic nerf, or if we're just going to go ahead and fight. And
nerf glitch.
No,
Rhythmus.
Oh,
Something rhythm. Now I've already forgotten it. Scott was telling me what the game was in my ear, and I've already forgotten it. But
Listen,
this is the song.
Hey! I forgot too.
Theatris. Oh. Sad trombonist. Yep, that's it.
Okay. So Possum doing about 14,000 around here. We're getting a nerf from Judge Joe with a firebomb, and Joe gets a ideal target. Paula, thank you for your service. 9,000 around from Kane alone. I don't think we're seeing a second Big Bang from either one of these winners.
Definitely not.
It's these two are going to finish neck and neck. This is so fun. It really just comes down to rolls here. Possum a little bit ahead because that first Big Bang has gone off. So Possum probably has this for our restream win, but we'll see. You know, the accuracy totals aren't quite what they should be. Oh, we got a bit of a shake. And we've got some death. Get those GGs in chat for death, I guess. Of Zeromus and Rhythmus. Possum Morpheus has gone ahead and he's finished with the first of our restreamers and our second of our overall at 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 40 seconds. And Judge
Followed,
Joe
very closely by Judge Joe with a third place time of 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 58 seconds. So get your GGs out in chat for both of our runners. As well as GG's for Antidale, who finished in first place with a time of 1:18:19.
He's so good. He's so incredibly good. What a fun race. What a fun race with just ludicrous equipment being used. I love the duality of how absurd it is to see all this equipment used and all the brilliant tactics they used with the absurd equipment. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fun.
Yes, and actually both of our runners who have won with 3 characters. So we did all of this with 3 characters.
And because I'm in streamer mode, judging by the not digging in my ear, I believe we are joined by our neck and neck finishers, Possum Warriors, and Judge Joe. GG's, my friends.
GG's. Thank you.
So what'd you think?
3 people is all you need.
Yep. Clearly, that's all you need.
Characters. I mean, there was an edge in the package, but edge package.
I never even looked.
Oh, I looked like 15, 20 minutes into the seed, and then just said, no.
I figured we'd find him somewhere. We didn't.
Nope.
Well, Possum, it might help to look for him if, you know.
Hey, that sounds like a me problem.
Was it really a problem, though? I mean, honestly.
No.
Yeah, agree with Joe on that one. It was not. I'm assuming Joe found at least one Avenger, maybe got the second one from the moon, or wherever it was. Yeah, so... Sheila, that's what it was. It was a solved thing. I mean, my Z fight was not solved, because So that was weird. I was setting up for an intentional Avenger glitch with the crystal.
What?
I know it works with 5 people, but it doesn't work with 3 apparently. So the goal was to have Eddie launch the crystal and then the Avenger on Battle Speed 1 mimic it and give you a free nerf. But it didn't happen. So that's got to be a not enough actors in queue thing. So today I learned, and that's cool.
Possum, I think if you watch this back, you're going to find that you're not going to learn anything from our commentary for the past 85 minutes. But I was actually predicting that was what you were going for.
Nice.
When you found the second Avenger, were you thinking, okay, my Z fight is fixed now because I'm going to have enough DPS that I'm only going to see 1 Big Bang?
I had 2 Bacchus wines I had looted somewhere, and that was going to be the plan for Palom. So the Z fight was not the concern as far as having Zerk and having damage. The concern was I only have 3 people. One of them is Palom, who doesn't have a ton of health. The other is Eddie, who doesn't have a ton of health. If Palom in particular takes a high roll Big Bang, even with an adamant armor, he can still die. If he takes a high roll counter nuke, it's unlikely but possible. That was my big worry. It wasn't damage, it was survival.
Is it
Mhm.
possible
Oh.
that Palom was just tired after a curse ring and 2 drain swords?
Basically.
I had Palom as my anchor with a Murasame and a Dwarf Axe. That's kind of
Ah.
all he did the entire seed.
I was doing that for the longest time and then pivoted because of the turtle, because I didn't have Thor rages, and so I had to
Just-
time lit ones.
Or or just have Kane beat it down with Avenger Spoon and Power Shirts.
That didn't work. I died twice.
Ah,
And died to Baigen. And died to Water Hag.
I died to Baigen. I didn't die to Water Hag, but I did die to the Pale Dim right after.
Yep, a lot of you all died to the Water Hag and or Pale Dim multiple
Nice.
times.
It's hilarious that the Pale Dim was too fast. It was like, wow, okay.
So it was more like
Golbez was bad.
doot.
Golbez, I had a little bit of tech issues in Baron Inn and my stream dropped, but I went through Baron Inn, went to try and get to a place where my stream hopefully would recover, had the Avenger on, had Eddie hitted, figured the fight was over. I forgot, if you don't unhide Eddie, well, your Avenger character's never going to start swinging again.
I was trying to time that exact thing and I screwed it up. And then I had to win a 50-50. So I feel you on that. I knew what I had to do and I didn't execute it.
I just got back, looked at my stream, went, wait, why isn't the fight? Oh, no. And then second time, I just made sure to do it right once I got the stream back up and running.
And yet you're still 3rd place overall and 18 seconds was impossible. Pretty impressive.
Well,
it sounds
when
like
all
we
you do
put on
is
a good
go.
show.
Oh, it was a great show. Very entertaining, very high speed. Joe, please
Yes?
walk us through that perfect orb grind you did.
Mhm.
It was so
well,
beautiful, and it was at like 20 minutes, and we commented, Joe is going to do Joe things, and it was so perfect.
when you have Avenger and Spoon on Kane and its orbs, I was anchored. I had life potions and cure 2s, and my HP was like 800 tops. What am I going to? What's the worst that happens? It hits the Avenger character, chuck a life potion, he gets back up, starts swinging for 5k again.
Awesome. If you had had 3 characters at that point, would you have taken the fight?
No.
Really? Okay.
Oh, and I also had used the shurikens to back row Kane, so made that
Use
even.
the shurikens to back row Kane. That's not a sentence you hear every day.
Omni things.
Also, gentlemen, if you don't have stream up, definitely get it up because Dathis is trying to go 2 for 2 here. We have pink puffs.
Ooh.
Oh.
And, you know, Charlie's finishing the seed like a champ, but, you know, pink puffs. Memes.
Yeah, that's good knowledge about the shuriken thing or whatever. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This is like my 4th Omni seed ever, so I'm plenty thrilled with how I did.
It has the ranged symbol. That means it's back row weapon. Like
That
a whip.
involves reading. You know I don't do that.
Oh. Then how do you know what the objectives are?
Got lucky 6 times.
Oh, stop it. Well, no. You did, I mean, possibly did everything except Twin Army. I mean, you literally completed everything except the Twin Army and the package.
Hey! Same.
Well, that sounds like a me problem
Oh,
again.
I got Elixir. Oh, well. I guess. Oh, he's going again. And not for nothing, I don't know if you saw it, Dathis has 12.
Shout outs to this being the best Zeromus sprite. Theatrhythmus, or just Rhythmus. Been playing a lot of that game recently.
So here's what I love about that. Scala told both of us what it was. Neither one of us understood it. And then you pop on like, oh, let me tell you about this amazing game.
It's even the right song.
Yeah, it is.
She told us that
I
too.
didn't notate that because
I love this community.
Well, friends, I'm going to go grab dinner.
GG's, Charlie.
GG's, Antidale, and Charlie, and Joe, and everybody else. Thank you. I'm sure this is going to be a blast to watch back. Burkhead, J-Mac, going to be fun to listen. Maggie and Scala, thank you for the behind the scenes. John, good luck this week against Funnel Cakes. It's going to be a heck of a match. I know it's unrelated to the community race. Whatever. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
Good
being with us,
night.
Yeah, I'm also going to go and finish the taco. I may have had an Avenger, but didn't quite have the fights that I could put the controller down to eat dinner yet. So
Go
Bye
eat,
for dinner.
Joe.
That puts you in the
GGs.
league of Pancras, though, like eating dinner and doing amazing in a race. Go have fun. Thank you so much for everything. GG's amazing run, buddy.
But now we are also joined by our 4th place finisher, Reckless Charlie. GG's, Charlie.
Thank you, much appreciated. The Scala well rolled. That scene was awesome. I love it.
I mean, Scala does have a bit of a reputation for rolling some fun ones.
So this flag set is among my favorites, and I just the sillier it gets, the happier I am. And this qualified from moment one is absolutely silly.
Yeah, how about that starting spoon? And then immediately giving it to Kane.
Right? Like, just here's your dwarf axe. This will back row everybody. Here's a cursed ring for somebody's head. Yeah.
Yes.
You have to make efforts to equip things in slots where they are not supposed to go.
Thank you. See, you definitely get it.
All right. I can get on board. One thing I think different. We try to pay attention. I mean, there's so much. I mean, it's T Wild. You can go anywhere and basically do anything and equip anything. Trying to provide an accurate, depiction as to what's happening on 4 screens is clearly well, it's beyond my abilities. But I did notice that you grinded, whereas Joe and Possum did not. What was your thought process behind putting together a bit of a grind?
So my thought process is that it'd be really really quick relatively because it's Avenger plus something will mow through eggs. Wanted to get HP on everybody, and there's what I've found. I've played a number of these seeds because whereas before and during tournament season I was cramming a bunch of Blue Moon seeds, pretty much took a couple of weeks off, came back, have been pretty much playing nothing but Omni. There is kind of this inflection point that happens where you go from everything isn't bad to over the top just absurd, and I kind of wanted to try to hit that point like a little bit faster. So I figure go ahead and get through about 10 eggs. I went and stole up to 11 just in case I found another character on the moon and wanted to maybe siren up some warlocks or something.
Okay.
Just wanted to get some more HP, some more levels, multipliers, and with the HP totals as I had it at the end, at that point it's just no nerf, just don't even bother, just go.
Sure. Yeah, we had made a point that the grind took a little bit of time, but as we were looking at the DPS that you're putting out, I forget which it was one of your moon fights, and you were already doing between two Zerk characters, like 12, 13 rounds. Like, he's good to go. Like, there's nothing that he has to worry about. So that makes a lot of sense. It's fun. I was making a comment earlier. It's fun watching the duality of how absurd it is with all the equipment, but also like really thoughtful thought processes like that. You know what I mean? So that makes total sense to me.
That I can.
Yay! Charlie, the hero of the people. We are going to get harp music momentarily.
Yeah, we have the hero of the people getting us music, and we have Dathis taking 37 sirens in that room, trying to go ahead and
Trying to shut down free enterprise. Thankfully, again, does not work. 2 weeks in a row is just too much.
Yeah, that's funny though.
Surprise.
If you did.
Thankfully.
All right. So Charlie heading down, man of the people.
You'll have to all kind of Discord's coming through.
I love that song and that theme so much. I've never played that game, but I do love it.
The leveling is super awkward. Like, super awkward. Anyway, all right, so Charlie, a beautiful run, my friend. Anyone that's watching knows how good you are. Any other final thoughts on the seed?
I'm happy to do it. Happy that we're getting back to community race season. Don't get me wrong, John, I've enjoyed watching you kind of crush things on the tournament side, but I'm kind of glad to see like some more of the fun flag sets come around too. Kind of the break in between tournament season is just as fun as the tournament itself. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be here, you know. And thank you, John and J-Mac for kind of doing the comms work. Thank you, Maggie, for pushing the buttons. Thank you, Scala, for the excellent seed, and and just for all the work that you do for this place. And yeah, just thank you so much. And that's really it for me. Like that's all I have. I have to go take care of puppers. So
take care of floofers. GG's on a fine showing tonight on this super silly seed.
Sorry, Daphnis just gave MP to Kane. I'm sorry.
A true person of the people.
Yeah, seriously.
So your objectives, follow your dreams, and if you can't dream or objective, do the memes. There it is.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, folks. You folks take care and have a great night.
Good night.
Yeah, thank you so much. Great job. All right. While we were doing all of that, we have Gale Swift, who finished in 5th place with a time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 51 seconds. Charlie mentioned that this is a community race. If you are relatively new to joining us and you've been watching a lot of tournament, we have an amazing community in general, and we do have these community races. Please join the Discord, which Scala has gone ahead and popped into the link to the chat. If you are new to the game, we have a Newbies Corner, which I've been playing for about a year and a half now, and I asked a question a couple days ago, and amazing people responded. We hope that that by listening tonight, you just see that the overall thing that we have here is fun. We have just such an amazing time, such incredibly kind, warm, incredible people. And smart, brilliant people that when they find ways to make this game that so many of us grew up with relevant and interesting, and to find new tech and to be creative with it, it's just such a wonderful time. So if you have been lurking in the background and want to try to get involved in any kind of way, shape, or form, join the Discord, and when you're comfortable, come say hey. We certainly don't bite, and we'd love to have you join us.
Yes, and with tournament season wrapping up, that means community club season is ramping up. And one of our most popular clubs, especially for those who are new and want to dip their toes into this fantastic randomizer, the Pink Puff Club will be starting its 4th season this coming very soon. So that is for new people or people that want to rehash their skills and learn some more things. As a perpetual Pink Puff, I learn tons of things from running Pink Puff seeds. But there are also super fun clubs. I have a feeling that there might be an Omni Club or a Wacky Club, because these flags have been a joy to watch and a joy to run.
Yep. I'm looking at the clubs here now. We have Baron's Hero Journey, Evelyn Spelunking, the Pink Puffs, which I mean, if anyone has watched J-Mac, you know how good she is, and she could probably play better than I could. You know, just how valuable that has been. Rybon, who just won Red Moon, it's a Pink Puff. Kyrios, who won Blue Moon, Pink Puff. I mean,
your opponent in the finals, Pink Puff,
who swept me a few weeks ago, Pink Puff. Charlie, who just finished, Pink Puff. A lot of really good runners that start there and just learn and go. There's Film Friends, which the objectives are mapped around movies. There's the Torian Tango, which I'm getting roped into, which is basically 2 versus 2. So you get paired up with somebody and you try to go ahead and split the objectives. I think there's even talk of maybe having a club in the works where one person has to spoiler the log and the other one has to run, and you have to work together. That could be super fun.
Oh gosh, that
right?
sounds terrifying.
What's funny is a friend of mine came up with the idea for myself and Elvin Sorrow, just knowing that we would fight the whole time.
Adorable.
Elvin, where's he's like, I don't know, John, hold on. I'm like, you hold on. So. Okay, so if you, again, the Discord is the hub for all the things. We'll have lots of announcements about different clubs going on. Yeah, you know, the beauty of this community is you can do as much or as little as you want. If you want to run seeds off stream, great. If you want to do our seeds of the week or join the community races or join the tournaments or as much or as little as you want to get involved. If you have been doing races and you want to join the restream team, I don't know if you noticed, but we have some fun here. So hop on Discord if you're not there already and come take a look around.
Yes, lots of things to do. Join us. We do have cookies. Lots and lots of cookies.
Man, I am so hungry. I didn't have dinner. I should have had dinner, but I didn't have dinner.
Why does everyone do Monday night community races without eating dinner? Like, what is up with this?
I haven't had the chance to do comms in a while, all right? And then when I saw it was you that I got paired up with, I wasn't thinking like, oh man, my meals. I was like, oh, I was with JMac, and that's literally the only thing I could think about. Like,
oh, stop!
It's true though. This is how fun has this been?
I mean, it's been super fun, but I love being on comms. I also love the fact that we can be silly and sing songs.
Correct. Okay, Possum. It's not 6:45. Do I want to eat dinner at 4:30? I want you to live your best life, buddy. Okay, you do. I mean, Possum, you ran that race as if you were in a hurry. You know, getting through everything as quickly as possible. So you know, or you could do what Charlie did, which is annihilate the seed and apparently prepare your dinner all at the same time. Well, Charlie
okay,
can do that.
fine. West Coasters, you can eat afterwards, but
You-
East Coasters should eat before because it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
It is late. I am very excited that I don't have work tomorrow, which is actually also was the driving factor behind the fact that I signed up for this.
Okay, well, Daphis is going to finally get his pan to be able to complete the seed.
The most impressive part about that is that you remember the pan is from here. How on earth did you do that? I remember it was Baron Guards. I felt pretty good about that.
No, wait, is it Rat Tail? No. Rat Tail into pan? Yeah, Rat Tail into pan into Pink Tail. That was it. Look, see, I didn't quite remember, but this is literally the last spot he hasn't done yet, so...
You could have been like, yeah, John, I'm sure. I'm like, okay, all right. If you say so. Like, I don't know.
Look, I'm not a really great liar, okay?
Okay. Can we talk about how Daphis named himself Kane, not knowing Kane was going to be in the seed, and now Kane, Daphis Kane has like 3,800 HP, probably because of the slaughtering of Pink Puffs, like they were Padawans, and Anakin finally decided to turn. Like, oh man, because that's 100,000 a pop for those. My goodness.
Yeah, he just have all the money and all the experience.
Daphis is great. We love Daphis. So he has completed his walk down and from. He also will never have to go ahead and come back here again.
Oh no, definitely not.
I wish I might run this seed just so I can literally find out who's on the giant.
Oh yeah.
Because we don't know who our 5th character was.
Or you know what? We could just get somebody else to do it. Who's still listening that's eating dinner and has the seed? Possum Orpheus! Go see who's on the giant!
I mean, Possum didn't check... what is Daphis doing?
Memes.
Memes?
Oh, yep, there's the happy face. Ah!
Oh, I've never seen that before.
What? That's always where I start on my restream. I go to the happy face.
Huh.
And I put my little person right there on his forehead.
Okay. Ooh, Possum is going to go check. Thanks, buddy. I mean, since it's only like 2:36 in the afternoon over there, I don't have time zones. I don't know how time zones work. I don't know.
Still pitch black outside.
Well, yeah, because the clock change. I tried to explain to my 8-year-olds like what the time change is. Like, Dad, I don't get it. I'm like, I don't get it either.
Who does? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, it's about farmers, like I don't know. Oh goodness! All right, well, Dath is going to turn in his rat tail.
Gonna get his pan, gonna get his pink tail, and then we're gonna get to go to Z, and he has all the levels and all the equipment.
Wait, doesn't he have to do Zot first?
No, he's already done Zot.
Oh, he did Zot already?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's lit up.
Yeah.
Wow. Not only did Maggie have to go ahead and tolerate all of this, but I'm not even looking. Wow, I am not. I am not a good person. Harp.
Oh, Daphis!
Well, now, hold on. We know that this is going to lead to Sand Ruby.
It will lead to the Sand Ruby, so at least we know that this is productive.
Does anyone know what time zone Dathis is in? Just asking for a friend.
Dathis. He is in Canada, either East Coast or Central. I don't think, he's somewhere in East Coast or Central. So clearly he's had his dinner, because if he hadn't had dinner, he would be racing.
Dinner, Red Bull, coffee, one of those. I don't know.
But you know what? Now we get like music in the context of the game. So now we get an encore of music. Because you know what? We didn't really get to talk about it, but like we randomize everything. So we also randomize the song that Eddie plays, and we have some fantastic musicians in this community. So many that we could probably create the Free Enterprise marching band if we wanted.
Absolutely could / should. We're moving that to item number 1 in our off-stream conversation. That's a whole other bit there.
But so we have had some great composers who have written some fabulous music to replace the Twin Harp song. And so we're going to get to hear this one again as an encore. So at this point, this is where we stop talking, because we never talk over music.
No, we would never do that. We're not Possum. Although Possum is currently running the giant to find out who the character was for us. But he's probably not listening to me. He never listens anyway, so.
But yes, enjoy this encore.
As Eddie can walk. I wonder if Dathis forgot that he had power overwhelming. Hey, let me give you some mute.
Well, that might have been the shortest encore in encore history, but you know what? It's fine. We appreciate it.
He might do some laps here. Let's find out. Oh, no, but he has to walk out. Is he going to warp?
We have warp on Palom. We can warp.
Yeah, he had warp on Palom. He still walked out of the LST.
Well, he's walking backwards anyway.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So is that it? Does he have to?
Giant has Porum.
Oh wow.
Ruby to Dark Imps to Porum. So there was our white mage. She was hiding where no one would ever find her.
Thanks, Possum. Well, after the way that Possum treated Palom, I don't blame her. Get as far away from these evil old men. Well, so there was a white mage in the seed.
Yes, there was. All right.
All right. So I guess the pan is hard required though.
Dathis.
Mhm.
Where? What? What are we doing?
Ooh, Antizil had he's got to turn to the pan.
Right, but he has the sand ruby. He didn't have to turn the pan in.
You got to turn the pan to get the pink tail.
Oh, just kidding! We don't have the pink tail. JK.
Antidale, if you're inexplicably still listening, where did you find a crystal sword? At home. Yeah. It was in Link's house. Wrong randomizer.
Wait a second.
Oh, Warriors Monster Box. I mean, the odds of that are not. I mean, it's. I think on T Wild, it's a tier 5 through 8. So odds of numbers, I don't know. Nice pull, buddy. That's that'll help.
All right. So we are turning in the pink tail to get our adamant armor, and then he will have a choice as to whether or not he wants to go to Sheila 2 or go to
cool.
the sand ruby.
Right. Probably. I don't know. I guess doesn't really matter all that much.
I don't actually know which one is faster. Probably still Sheila, because you can park right there.
Yeah, and you have the full heal that comes from the sand ruby, and then maybe if you want to go yell at the Kaipo Inn lady for a while, that might be good for emotional reasons.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while we've been watching Dathus's completion of this seed, oh yeah, and it's also right here. Yeah, this is the right play. E-Ninja did finish 6th with an hour of 1 hour 49 minutes and 2 seconds. So GG's Ninja.
GG's Ninja.
Ninja's been running a decent amount of Omni lately.
Yes.
It really is a fun flag set. It's I mean the opportunities for variance are pretty significant. But it's fun. There we go. We got a crystal. We got a pan turn in. We are in go mode for Dathus.
We are at 17 out of 17. Get your 17 of 17s in the chat, folks. Let's go.
Look at J-Mac, the trendsetter.
Okay, look. It has been a really long time since I've 17 to seed.
I mean, when Adam
To
and
be
Cup
fair.
was going, when Adam and Cup was going on, all we ever did, well, at least all I ever did was 17.
Well,
what
hence why I did not play the Adamic.
We have 1 charm arrow for sale and an arty bow. Oh.
Oh, just the back row.
Oh, wait. Oh. Wow. We did something that wasn't a meme. I should ask him why. I'm confused. We are back rowing everybody here. See, if he had known about the shuriken, there it is. See, now we know.
Yeah. But like it's one of those things you would never even think about, honestly. Like,
What,
why would you think?
Equipping your shuriken on your mage anchor? Yeah. I
You're
guess.
just not even like looking at it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's white. It's never white in the menu. Except for Omni. Who knew?
I don't know. But that's what the. Are we going 7 for 7 here? 17 out of 7 and 7 out of 7?
Sure.
Okay. Why not?
All the 7s, all the things, all the completes, all the buttons.
I mean, we were certainly. There's Edge. We were certainly thinking about which one was faster, but did we consider both?
Well, you know what? It's Maggie the Cat's first time tracking in a while, so yeah, we just wanted to make sure that she got all of her tracking's worth.
I mean, technically, Dathus is the only one with all of it lit up, right?
Yep.
I mean, so that's a thing.
He did all the things and did all the things.
All the things, absolutely.
And all the grinds except for the D money. But he did almost go to the giant, so there is that.
I mean, he could do a Mac Giant grind.
I mean, right, but like he didn't go to the giant, but we did the door grind, we did the pink puffs, we did the siren or the egg grind. So I mean,
71 agility on Edge.
Yep.
That's a little speedy.
That's a thing.
Well, Double Murrah is going to drop it down a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could 100% a randomizer run. Like, just
That'd be fun.
It just seems a little silly. Now, if we had gotten up to level 77, that would have been a whole other, like, realm of awesome.
You just want Rydia to get to Medio. Be honest.
I mean, of course I do. Every
Mhm.
time. But Renee's not even in this seed.
True. Doesn't
So
mean
sad.
I'm surprised that Dathis didn't forge.
Oh, he
Right?
didn't forge.
He still has a legend sword. Look at that.
Hmm.
Huh. A little surprised.
We'll have to ask him why he didn't forge.
Yeah, why are you so lazy? God damn.
Gosh.
If you're listening to this back, man, I mean, we're here to be entertained. You could do something at least interesting for us to commentate on, buddy. Come on now. I love how he's like, what set of murder weapons is really optimized here? Do I do the X-Cal with the spoon and the Avenger? Or should it be the double massa with the power shirt? Who should get one of my 5 adamant armors? Should I stack the adamant armor? Ooh, that'd be fun. Ooh, an adamant armor for the head and for the arm.
Yes.
And then
but
maybe a black
definitely not for the body because that would be like not silly enough.
And then maybe a black shirt because black goes with everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's so smart.
I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Okay. Oh, Dathis.
I wonder if our Z sprite has changed.
Okay. Here's the question that I know my answer to. Okay. I've had 2 really smart people explain to me very slowly and very thoroughly where the Z sprite is from. Now, I have no problem admitting that I still cannot tell you the game. Okay.
It is, wait, it's theater rhythm. Theater rhythm.
Theater
I think-
rhythm?
I think that's how you. Yay!
I played a lot of DDR back in the day. I actually impressed my kid when she was younger by getting on there. Oh, man.
Yep, I played some DDR. I played some Guitar Hero. My problem is my hands are so small that my finger, like my pinky, couldn't reach the orange key, so I could never really do it very well, which was just sad because I really wanted to.
Yeah, I'm a classically trained pianist, and I have what doctors have called sausage fingers. They just are not. It's a medical condition where I just can't reach. I don't understand. Like I'm a good piano player, but I can't. My reach is just tragically awful. Or are we quad zerking?
Looks that way. We've got a Bacchus.
Now here's the question: Is Palom gonna get to go with a swing before this big bang comes out? I applaud the meme very much.
Debatable. But look at this drain spear usage or drain sword usage. Drain sword. Where we are like full healing.
Are we even gonna get a big bang?
The correct answer, yes.
Okay.
It was gonna be close. We hadn't
Mhm.
seen a Z fight with 4 Zerkers.
Oh
yet.
no, their HP is low. Oh.
Wait a second. 9,000 around and full heals every time? Gotta love it.
I should do this strat tomorrow night. But I'll
Yes.
never see it coming.
Nope, never.
That might be my only chance. Oh my goodness.
Just make sure the Omni flag's turned on. No
Yeah.
one will know.
Yeah.
They're not gonna know.
For anyone still watching, oh, Rock didn't even go off because the adamant.
Look at the dodging. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Oh, look at that shake.
GG's.
Dathis with the most entertaining run in the history of Free Enterprise, finishing his 7th with an hour, 2 hours, 1 minute, and 37 seconds. Dathis, I hope you're not even remotely shocked that we are laughing giddy with all of your delightful optimized gameplay.
7.
Yay!
3 stream room
objectives.
7. Let's go.
Absolutely planned, I promise.
So walk us through your strategy to make sure you finish this as quickly as you possibly could.
Wait, I was supposed to have a strategy for this scene? Where was my fifth character, which I know is behind the giant, which because we saw
Porum.
everything else. Was it Porum?
It was Porum. No one saw it. Antidel and Possum went and looked after stream.
Wonderful. Yeah, no, that was a seed. Is exactly. I was looking for a little bit more power in the early game. Nothing really happened until we found the white spear, which wasn't bad. And yeah, it was basically the spoon and a white spear. I'm like, okay, well, that's enough to get me through anything. And then it was just like shenanigans from there on out. Yeah, I should have known. And John, you and I know very well about the lovely seeds that Scala rolls. So
We certainly do, my friend.
this is we are no stranger. And with an this is actually my first Omnidextrous seed too.
Oh, super fun. Well, you did really well.
You did really
Remembering to equip all the things on all the wrong spots.
Absolutely, that's the only way to play it. Also, unfortunately, I could not do the salty run back of last Monday. I tried very hard.
You
You
know,
did
we
try very hard.
appreciated it.
I thought you were going to do all 12. I really did. I'm like, oh, he's going to town.
I had 8 more, and I'm like, I'm not going to keep you guys hostage for that long. So I really thought about it.
Look, if you had done it though, the stream would have just ended. Like, Free Enterprise would shut down. The Discord would disappear. So says our
see-
fearless leader.
Actually, the way it works is the Free Enterprise channel would be shut down, as I was heard. However, there are these wonderful things called Free Enterprise 2 and Free Enterprise 3, and the
that is
viewers
true.
of the Ocho. So there is still other channels where we can showcase Free Enterprise.
Okay,
That was my logic.
is the fastest way to the Ocho to go ahead and just kill free enterprises 1 through 7?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nope. I will find my pink pup adamant armor again. Dang it!
Let's go.
Although I did find it a little bit funny for the consolation prize adamant in the ribbon room. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I couldn't get the one I wanted. I'll take this one instead.
Do you feel that it would be an appropriate meta objective given your thoroughness tonight that for Omnidexterous we can just have Omni objectives and just do everything?
Absolutely. And I figured no one's going to do everything. Someone probably skipped Twin Heart. They may be shown afterwards, but of course I'm going to show it. I'm like, well, we're here now. Just do all 8 of 8.
Maybe that can be like we have like the PK chest, right? You know,
Right.
we have the Penguinator special. Maybe that's the Dathis. How would you
Oh,
feel
yeah.
about that?
No, the Dathis special is you force yourself into using Drain Venger strats even if you could do anything else.
Yeah, but it was so brilliant
It
though.
was.
Oh, absolutely. I saw the first Avenger and the one Drain Sword I found. I'm like, okay, well that's just happening. I know how I'm going to fight
Yeah.
Zeromas now. And then I found the second Avenger. I'm like, now they needs to be in a shop somewhere, and Baron provides.
Nice.
As always.
And then the third one was just icing on the cake. I'm like, okay, now this is just silly.
So you started memeing pretty hard, pretty early when you did the Rex banner check. Was there any rhyme or reason for that, or were we just memeing?
If I told you I was memeing, you'd believe me because always vanilla tower key was my thought. And then I found it later, and I said, of course. And then I found then I found that tower key was nothing. So I was like, you know what? That's about par for the course for what's gonna happen. And I looked at that moon, and I looked at how many key items I had available, and I was like, I know where we're going. And I figured if I'm up there, just clean it out.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, when we usually thank our runners for putting on a show, brother, you put on a show. It's such a fun flag set. That's something we were talking about for quite a while tonight, and I feel like you really just embodied that because your knowledge is absurd, but you just put on you had so much fun with it, and it makes for such a great watch. So we can't thank you enough.
You know what? I actually have to thank you guys because I'm really looking forward to listening back to your commentary. And yeah, I'm sure you guys did one heck of a great job. But yeah, I'm not going to keep you guys much longer after that hostage taking I did for the extra objective and the pink puff grind when I could have actually just done regular eggs. But you know, we're here now. But yeah, John, J-Mac, thank you very much for your commentary. Maggie, wonderful to see you back. Thanks for doing tracking. And Scala, yeah, that was a seed. Thank you very much for it.
GG Stathis.
Thanks. Y'all have a good night.
Well, that was a race, J-Mac. That was probably some of the most fun I've had on here in a very long time, and you and our runners are such a huge part of that.
Aw, thanks. You're not too bad yourself.
Oh, shucks and gee willikers. There is our leader is typing to us about things to go ahead and do. All right, so we are going to go ahead and raid I Am Gar, who is doing some Blue Moon Seeds.
But you know what? You should be here tomorrow night, same time, same place, for a different race. The one and only John Burkhead will be racing current Pink Puff champion Funnel Cakes for the Blue Moon Waning. Oh my gosh, whatever tournament final starting this week. So tune in.
To the whatever finals. They should be very, very good. Please.
I've been getting them mixed up all tournament. I don't know.
And it's like a lunar eclipse in the morning. Anyway, please say hi to Gar. Maybe give him a follow. Thanks so much for watching, and y'all have a wonderful night.
Good night.